Hey everybody, this is D Revolution. I've written 4 books. I've written 4 screenplays, 3 books, and I've recorded 3 spoken word CDs. Please subscribe to my channel. Press the notification button. This channel is built for the writers, coming from you from a writer's perspective. I'm a veteran writer. Um, so again, I want to teach a lot of you guys about storytelling and how it works. Um, so we're gonna do a quick breakdown of the movie Remember the Titans. I learned a lot of my writing storytelling skills through watching film. Because a book that I read about screenplays recommended that I watch certain films to learn storytelling. So I would study film and I really learned a lot about how storytelling works. So for those of you who've seen the movie Remember the Titans, we're gonna break that down into how storytelling works. The first act of the film, um, which is the beginning of the film, they set up a character where Denzel's character comes in and takes over another guy's job uh, because of his race. It's a lot of racial tension in this town. And so in the beginning, the movie sets up where the black football players and the white football players, there's a lot of tension. And in the first act of the film, the beginning of the film, I would say the first act, where Coach Boone, that's Denzel character, he had to teach these guys to get along and and get through practice. When they went out, then when they went to practice, they had to learn about each other, they had to get along with each other. Okay, so when the program, I guess when the program was over and they was done practicing, all the players knew each other and they was getting along and things like that. That's the end of the first act of the film. Now the second act is that these players who had to learn and get along, they have to go back into the world where everybody else doesn't get along, and they have to play their season, and they have to continue to be strong to hold on to what they learned about each other and really coexist as a team, and which is a challenge because now everybody around them doesn't like the black teammates, or some of the black teammates family don't like the white teammates, and so they still dealing with the racial tension, not amongst each other, but amongst everyone around them. But because they worked together, they was able to be a very good football team. Now this is the whole act two, showing how they played uh, football and how they won. So you have the beginning and you have the middle. They both connected, and what connects them is the racial tension between um, beginning and the middle. Okay, then you start the third act. Third act, one of the captains on the football team, Bertier, the third act starts when he when a car hits him, and it really starts to take you why we're looking at this story in the first place, because the timeline of the film is they all got together for Bertier's funeral, but it's taking you through the timeline of what actually happened. And so when the car hits Bertier, the third act of the story starts. Um, and we start to see how their love for each other eventually got them the championship, and how they won the game because they stuck together. But it's showing you the unity of the defeation of the racial tension, and that the love was more important than the racial tension. And so as the story is telling you that, when we get to the third act, it basically takes us back to the beginning of why we're watching the story to begin with. and what happened. And so you have the beginning, the middle, the end. It all ties in together. And it's very important when you're writing a story that your story subplots and plots, everything ties in together to make one full picture. And so if you go watch Remember the Titans right now, the first act is them going through practice. Second act is them going through the actual football season. And the third act starts when when the car hits Bertier. And and if you pay attention to all three of the acts, the beginning, middle, and end, you will see how it all comes back to the main picture, and it all uh, it's set up where it talks about one timeline. So I don't know if that was a good example, but I've been putting, if you go look at my channel, I put other videos together with different movies to show how storytelling works. Check them out. Please subscribe to my page. I need some subscribers. Um, you guys have a good day. I'm D Revolution.